I'm starting at quarterback Kirk Cousins. Yes, it's Dalvin Cook is back at practice for the Minnesota Vikings, but he's not 100%. That means the Vikings will want to throw. Against the Detroit Lions, it's a good time to do it. They've allowed 15 touchdown passes and only 2 interceptions. At running back, I'm going with Lamar Miller. For the Houston Texans, they're at Denver. Lamar Miller has had back-to-back 200-yard games, and the Broncos are tied for second for the most rushing yards allowed to running backs. At wide receiver, it's time. Josh Gordon will have his breakout week. It's a potential shootout between the Patriots and the Packers have allowed 12 touchdown passes to wide receivers, and they just traded one of their top defensive backs. And at tight end, I know he had a horrible game, didn't catch a pass last week, but David NJOKU of the Cleveland Browns will have a bounce-back week. The Browns have shaken up their coaching staff. They need to get to what works for them, and NJOKU is one of those guys that can produce. Baker Mayfield will have to throw to keep up with Kansas City. The guys that I'm pessimistic about this week start with Ben Roethlisberger. The Steelers are on the road, and Big Ben is much, much worse when he's not at home. They're playing the Baltimore Ravens, who are awfully tough. They had some trouble with Cam Newton last week, but this Baltimore defense is one of the best in the NFL, and they will rebound. At running back, you can't start LeSean McCoy. Nathan Peterman is going to take over as the Buffalo Bills quarterback. Look for the Chicago Bears to focus their attention on McCoy and keep him from getting any running room. He was held to 13 yards on 12 carries by the Patriots. I look for something similar. At wide receiver, the Detroit Lions have traded away Golden Tate. That should open things up for Kenny GOLLADAY. But don't be fooled. His numbers won't instantly skyrocket, especially against the Minnesota Vikings. GOLLADAY was only targeted 3 times in the last 2 games total. And at tight end, it's a very, very thin week, so you've got to pick somebody. I'm going to say Jordan Reed of the Redskins underproduces. He hasn't had a touchdown since week 1, and the Washington Redskins will look to run against the Atlanta Falcons.